How y'all doing? Okay, so I am back. I have finished taking down both sides of my hair. We have a combination of leave-in conditioner and serum, right? Both these guys, Olive Oil Serum and my yall white peony leave-in conditioner. All over my hair. Now I'm going to section it off and give it a quick, just gentle run through with a blow dryer. So here we go. out following the perm rod twist out. Man, I have to tell y'all, I was feeling so miserable low-key because I felt like I did all that work on the perm rod set and it still didn't like, you know, lead to like these like bouncy curls that you see people do perm rod sets. It's like, ooh, like she looked like Shirley Temple. It looked like a glorified like twist out or bantu knot out, and it was not what I was expecting. But what I will say is it was absolutely beneficial for the quality of my blowout and like just the quality of my hair in general. Like I didn't have to do much while blowing it out, you know. And now, like, literally have a mountain of hair on my head with like significantly less breakage from the blow dryer. Like this is all the hair that I lost from the blow dryer. Hair on me. This is all I lost. This is all that came out of my hair. Like, look at the fraction of this compared to what's on my head, right? That's all I lost from using the blow dryer. And honestly, I don't think I really even had to do that. I only did it because I knew, like, okay, what I'm gonna be doing is keeping my hair in a low ponytail and keeping it under my wigs. And I'm gonna try to change up my strategy and do that for just like, you know, the next 2 weeks. Maybe if it lasts up to a month, great. If not, it's okay. You know, I will redo it. But in the meantime, here we are. I'm very, very happy with the quality of this blowout. Yeah. All right. Check the links in my bio again for all of the recommended tools that I share with y'all, and you know, products. That Tangle Teaser brush, seriously a game changer. Just I gotta go hug my cousin because he like he was not lying. I feel like it really, really does take out significantly less of your hair. Yeah, Tangle Teaser, holler at me if y'all want to do a collab for real, because I will, you know, you want to sponsor some of these videos, I'll make it do what it do, shawty. All right, love you guys, bye. All right, y'all, I wanted to just do one little snippet and show you guys the low ponytail I'm going to be rocking to, you know, put underneath my wigs. Honestly, like, a big part of me is like, let me just like do a low ponytail for a while and like just be wig free. I could be, but I also have a thing about keeping my hair away from the eyes of others, you know. And I know it's ironic because it's like, okay, well, like, I'm doing a whole YouTube channel, but I just, you know, outside of YouTube, like, I don't want everybody that I know seeing my hair, because I feel like that can lead to a lot of like jealousy, competition, like, oh my god, girl, you know, like, I don't want to like feed that sort of energy, and then like make myself self-conscious. And then I don't want anyone trying to like belittle how much growth I've seen, or just giving me an excess of like tips, you know, because I already have so many things that I'm trying, and so much of this is trial and error, and so many things have just now started working really well for me that I'm like, okay, let me just stay here for a while, right? Let me just, you know, protect and steward the gift that God gave me. Yeah. But I wanted to do this quick snippet to talk about the liquid oil cream method real quick. So liquid oil cream is a method that I have been using for a long time, and I think I was using it without fully realizing the effectiveness or like what I was doing specifically, and then it just hit me like, oh, like this specific combination is what leads to maximum growth, minimal breakage, and like just overall like strength in the health of my hair, and like, especially when I'm preparing for a protective style, like I'm gonna go into cornrows, or I'm gonna go into like a crochet braid or individual braid or like anything like that. But in general, overall, right, the liquid oil cream method to me will save you like, I want to say 11 times out of 10. So here's what it entails. Liquid, so I use water, right? It's a spray bottle preferably. Oil, so I use like either my serum or I can use some sort of grease, but I feel like serum is better because it's like, I don't know, I think the texture to me is like, it's not as greasy as oil, it's a little thinner. And I feel like it has a fruitier scent, right? And then cream, leave-in conditioner. So I'm using this Mayel white peony leave-in conditioner. So I like the spray bottle, but you can also use pretty much any leave-in conditioner that you find. Like, and some go on not as thick, and that's what I like about the spray bottle. The Mayel is like, it's not as thick as like a jar of leave-in conditioner where you have to like pour it out and like, you know, rub it through your hair. And I prefer the spray when I'm doing something like a blowout, twist out perm rod set, right? Or a perm rod set before a blowout, because it really helps with, it's not as thick. So like my Tangle Teaser and like my, well, no, with my Tangle Teaser, I use the regular like jar of conditioner, of leave-in conditioner. But by the time I'm ready to do something like a blowout, and run through my hair with a blow dryer, I find that having leave-in conditioner that isn't as thick, right, is really helpful. So that's my liquid, right, water, oil, serum, right, olive oil serum, and cream, conditioner, thin leave-in conditioner, right, for the blowout. But even before this, like, I didn't wash out the other leave-in conditioner that I had. I just used this one to add to what was already there. Yep. And then also, like, obviously protein treatment, deep condition, but here we are. We are very happy. And I will keep you posted on how this holds up, either throughout the 2 weeks or, if I'm lucky, a month. All right. And again, I'm going to be rocking this underneath my wigs. Wish me luck. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye. Oh, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.